All right, thanks so much, Dave. We got a lot to cover today. My name is Silas Peters from T2 Markets. I want to welcome everybody. Looks like the audio and the visuals are good, so let's go ahead and get started. My name is Silas Peters from T2 Markets. Welcome to the SPX Income Trading Masterclass. I'm going to show you how to build daily and weekly income using SPX options without guessing direction, without spending hours at the screen, without needing any prior trade experience. And by the end of this session, we'll see how traders just like you, beginners, burnt out veterans, even full-time professionals are now collecting up to 3 to 5 income checks a week using this strategy. It only takes about 10, 15 minutes a day and has proven itself across thousands of trades over a decade of data. Now, I'm going to set some expectations. This isn't some get-rich-quick nonsense. You're going to discover a real proven strategy to build consistent income using SPX options, the same approach that we use every single day in our own accounts. You're going to see how to generate daily, weekly, and monthly income, not from wild bets, but from a methodical system using repeatable trade setups and mechanical rules. And this works without needing an audience, without selling anything, running ads, without staring at charts all day. No special skills needed, no selling, no dancing on TikTok, just one repeatable skill that pays. And if you want to build an online income and need a process you can trust, then you're absolutely 100% in the right place today. Now, I'm going to go through some reasons why I love trading SPX. SPX trading is a solo sport. It means you don't need to answer to a boss, find clients, chase customers. Once you learn how to do this properly, nobody can take that income away from you. Number two is you can make money whether the market goes up, down, or sideways. This isn't about predicting the future. It's about collecting income from it. Number three, no websites needed, no funnels, no social media dancing. Master one skill, and I'm going to show you how simple this can be. And then let me tell you this, 100% recession proof, works in recessions, booming bull markets, simply does not matter. And yes, you can do it from your mobile phone. It's also president proof. Left or right, red, blue, green, brown, doesn't matter. The income system works regardless of who's in office. Number four is all it takes is about 10 to 15 minutes a day. Okay, it's all it takes to place your trade, move on with your day. No second guessing, no stress, just results. And then finally, number five is that it's easy to learn. No more zombie trading, no more chart hopping, no more stacking 27 indicators, just a clean mechanical approach that works. And if you simply do what I do, you'll start getting the same results that we get. It's really that simple. Now, what do we trade? Well, I've traded everything, stocks, futures, Forex, even books. I've traded books on Amazon. It required a lot of effort and the margins were very, very thin. But only one market gives me the speed, liquidity, and reliability that I want. If it doesn't matter if 1,000 of us are doing the same thing, we're going to get the same results using this system, and it's all done through SPX options. Become one of my personal favorites and really the core of the entire income system that I'm about to walk you through today. In fact, I like being in good company, like that of Uncle Warren Buffett, who sold billions of dollars in cash secured puts during the 2008 crash. This isn't a new idea. It's just rarely executed with the kind of precision that I'm about to teach you. Now, this system is not something that we could really do a few years ago. It didn't exist, but that's how new and how powerful and how timely all of this is today. Quick backstory on me. Who am I? I'm a founder of T2 Markets, Blue Marlin Advisors. I'm an entrepreneur, risk taker, full-time trader. I'm a speaker, author, educator. I've worked at the Board of Trade, worked as a private family office. I'm a husband, a father to 2 girls, and I'm a mentor to thousands. And my obsession is helping serious traders get serious results. Now, before we dive into the theory, I want to quickly cover some stats on SPX. Let's talk about volume. At the date of this graphic, SPX has seen a huge jump in daily trading activity. And what that means for us is more opportunity, better fills, and faster trades. And the volume continues to explode. And that means liquidity or opportunity for you and I. Now, people ask, why SPX instead of SPY? Well, here's the deal. SPY pays a dividend and settles in shares. SPX doesn't pay a dividend, settles in cash, and expires every single trading day. It's called European style option, which means no assignment risk, settled in cash. And this gives us a unique edge that we're going to fully exploit. Okay, it makes it safer for income traders like ourselves. Now, if there's really, a better, faster, or easier way to generate real income online, I have not found it. And I'm sure we've all looked at some point or another. Now, the no BS policy is quite simple. Before we dive into this strategy, what you should know is this. You're not going to make $10,000 a second by next week. Yes, there is something for sale in the end. No, you don't need to buy it to benefit from this trading. And what I'm going to show you is one of my favorite ways to generate income in the markets right now. In fact, we got paid 3 different times today. Frankly, I don't see that changing anytime soon. Now, we're going to cover 3 secrets that change everything. Number 1 is why traditional trading is broken and how we aim to solve it. Number 2 is why most traders struggle and how the market is rigged against you unless you know what I'm about to show you. And then number 3 is how to build an account that grows while staying safe. The smartest way to balance risk and reward for maximum growth. So let's start here. What's the real difference between trading and investing, and which one actually matches your goals? Well, we know that investing is slow, passive, often uncertain. You kind of hold and hope. Well, with trading, you take control, but you also take on more risk if you don't have a system. Well, SPX income trading combines the best of both, the control and speed of trading, but with the safety and consistency of a well-managed investment process. It's rules-based, low screen time, low stress, and it's perfect for those who want steady wealth without waiting years. Now, here's the truth. The market is designed to take your money unless you know how to play the game. And I'm going to show you exactly why most people lose and then how to flip the script and finally start trading like a professional. Now, we know that 80%, if not more, of retail traders lose money. Most blow up their accounts in 3 months or less. Now, most traders are, they don't fail because they're stupid or dumb. It's because they're following bad strategies and have a poor plan, okay? This is documented reality. Now, if this is you, this may sound familiar, constantly adding and removing lines, tools, indicators, just trying to see if this works. Maybe you're fumbling entries, exits, targets, taking trades that look good in hindsight, but keep ending in losses. Maybe you bought yet another course that's impossible to replicate, and you're thinking, well, maybe this time I'll get it right. But the system never quite delivers. Maybe you're zombie trading, scrolling through chart after chart, hoping the next one is the one. It's exhausting, and frankly, it just doesn't work. Or maybe your results are mediocre. Maybe you've wiped out a few accounts, you've YOLO'd a few trades. Well, you're not alone, but it doesn't have to stay this way. Maybe you're frustrated because it's just not working for you except for the occasional lucky win. Nothing feels repeatable. There's no consistency. But the real reason most people lose money is because they're winging it. They're making it up as they go along, and that's not a system, it's a gamble. And history proves it. You think about the dot-com bubble, the 2008 crisis, even the 2020 crash. Most traders panicked and they lost, but many profited. Well, why? How? Because they followed the clues and they followed the rules, okay? Now, that's going to all stop today. That's my challenge to you, is that there's no more guessing, no more hoping, no more hype. Here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to pick one simple strategy, and we're going to master it, and we're going to trade it the same day like clockwork, using a rules-based system that's been proven over time, that's back-tested, repeatable, objective, and that's how you create consistent income without all of the emotional whiplash. SPX income trading is your stress-free path to long-term wealth. No more sitting here, trying to time tops and bottoms. You simply collect income while everybody else is sitting there arguing about direction. And the best part, as I've said, this works in bull markets, bear markets, sideways, chop, doesn't matter. SPX income trading helps you build daily gains with minimal effort. It removes all of the emotional decision-making process, okay? You're not panic selling, chasing green candles. You're following a plan that's already proven to work. And it compounds over time, okay? Small, consistent wins stack up fast. And that's how you build a real trading account without all of the burnout. But I don't want you to just take my word for it. I'm going to show you the data so you can see it with your own eyes. This system is based on rules, and rules can be back tested. So what you're looking at here is 10 years of data, over 2,000 trades, all from a single setup. This isn't cherry picked. This is every single occurrence of the pattern over a decade, traded mechanically, no discretion. And that's what I call an SPX income system. So just like a factory, same setup, same outcome, same process, it either works or it doesn't, okay? You don't guess. And yes, we trade this on the S&P 500. Ticker is SPX, using 0 DTE options and a $5 wide credit spread. We call the core setup the tag and turn. It's a swing trade structure designed to profit when price taps the zone, then reverses. Simple, repeatable, powerful. You don't need to be perfect. Just follow the rules and the results speak for themselves. And you're going to see setups like this every single week. We take the ones that meet the rules and we execute. Now, this is exactly the type of results that you can expect using what I'm about to teach you. Rinse and repeat every single day. I've added this one on Hershey just to show you that it works. Same logic across multiple tickers, but SPX is where it shines brightest. 91%, 90%, 90%, 91.5%, 93%, 84.5%, 98%, one of the cleanest executions. Here is where we had multiple entries, profit captured in phases, all by design. Another clean win, 95%, $90 per share. This is what a high probability system looks like when it's doing its job. And it's not just me participating. Our students are using this every day and they're crushing it. They're not spending all day in front of the charts. They're following a system. You take the trade and you get on with their lives. And this is what happens when you stop overcomplicating and start executing with clarity and confidence, okay? So let's get to part two. This is where we go deeper. Why traditional trading is flawed and the fix. Let's talk about what's broken with traditional trading and then how to fix it the proper way. Now, we know most traders are stuck in a flawed model, trying to predict price direction, time the perfect entry, and micromanage exits, and it's exhausting. Here's the truth. Traditional trading is 100% dependent on picking the right direction. You only get paid if you nail the move, which is rare and hard to replicate. Doesn't factor in volatility, market conditions, price behavior, and that's why most traders leave huge gains on the table because they're flying blind. Here's the fix. We trade with the market, not against it. We're using modern tools, new option expirations, and repeatable setups, and we do all of this without getting emotions involved. So we don't need to be right on direction. We don't need the market to make a huge move, and if it does, we just get paid faster. SPX income trading lets us get paid without perfect timing. That's the edge, and it's an absolute game changer once you start to understand it. I want you to think about it. If you knew the market was going to move and you could profit without guessing the direction, wouldn't you take that trade every time? Well, it sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised about how many people do not, and then they miss it. Okay, what if you could profit without timing a move or picking the right direction? But if you did, you get paid a little quicker. Well, that's exactly what the SPX income system was designed to do. So whether SPX goes up, down, sideways, you get paid, so as long as your setup and risk profile are correct. A simple, optimized process that works with market movement instead of trying to fight it. So how do we actually profit from this? I'm going to walk you through the exact mechanics and show you why this works time and time again. Let's compare this to how most traders think profit works. In traditional trading, you will get paid if you nail direction and the move is big enough. So if the market makes a huge move, great, you get a big win. But if it barely moves, you get nothing. Or worse, you lose. And here's the problem. This means you have to be right about direction and timing. And the market has to cooperate with a large enough move. And that's a lot of ifs. But with income trading, it's completely different. You get paid even if the market moves slowly or not at all. So it's like getting paid to wait. Small moves, we still win. Sideways chop, we still win. Big move in our favor, we win faster. The only time we lose is when the market moves against us too far and if we're still in the trade at expiration. And that's 100% okay because we're going to have wins and losses as part of trading. And a perfect entry is not easy. Even then, the loss is predefined. We know exactly what the worst case is before we place the trade. No surprises, no disasters, and no margin calls. So let's walk you through how we profit. This is where SPX income trading flips the script on everything you thought you knew. A trade doesn't need to go big to be profitable. In fact, it doesn't need to move much at all. You're not relying on speed or direction, just probability and time decay. And we're not using stop losses in the traditional sense. So a trade that goes against us early can turn around and finish in profit by the end of the day. If we get a big move in our favor, beautiful. That trade hits 100% max profit quickly and we're out. Small move, no problem, still a 100% win. Even a tiny move, just 1 penny, 1 cent in our favor can deliver a full win. And that's the edge of being at the money with a spread working for you. Even if the trade moves slightly against us, we can still close for a partial win. Anywhere between 0 and 99% of max profit is still on the table. And if the trade doesn't work out, we already know what the loss will be before we place a trade. This is a risk-defined strategy. That means we can't lose more than the cost of the spread. So with the $5 wide spread and a $2.50 credit, the most you can lose is $2.50. Worst case only happens if we're completely wrong and you let the trade go all the way to expiration. But most of the time, the market gives us plenty of time to adjust, manage, or simply let probabilities play out in our favor. We're not trading naked options. We're not holding for weeks. We're taking quick, controlled, structured trades and stacking small wins. And the real power isn't just the wins, it's the confidence. You'll know exactly what to do, when to enter, when to exit, and most importantly, when to stay out. And that's why most traders who follow the system, they don't panic. They're not glued to the screen. They place a trade, manage the position, and move on with their day. You don't need to overthink this. The rules are the rules, and when you follow them, the system delivers. So let's zoom out for a second, the 30,000-foot view of how this works. First, we identify what we call a pulse bar. We then wait for a clean break of that bar, and then we set up what we call a profit package. Finally, we manage the trade or let it expire for max profit. And that's the entire model, doing this in less than 15 minutes per day. Congratulations, pat yourself on the back. You have a profitable online business. Now, what do we need to run this strategy? Not much. Any charting platform works. I personally use TradingView, and this is the platform we have pre-built indicators and workspace templates for. For options execution, I like Tasty Trade, but you could use Interactive Brokers, Thinkorswim, or many other providers out there. So let's talk about what this is. We don't need 14 indicators or a NASA terminal. This strategy is built on clean charts and one visual cue, what we call the pulse bar, okay? So what is a pulse bar? A pulse bar is a 30-minute candle that closes in the top or bottom 5% of its range. It signals strength, bullish or bearish, in a way that's easy to spot and act on. So with a bullish pulse bar, we're looking for a close in the top 5% of the range and higher than it opened. For a bearish pulse bar, closes in the bottom 5% and then lower than it opened. One glance, one condition, that's your setup trigger. Okay, so we know a range is 100%. We know the high to low range is 100%. So we're looking for a close in the top 5%, which is a bullish pulse bar, or a close in the bottom 5%, which is a bearish pulse bar. So not difficult at all. Now, if you're doing this manually, very simple. All you gotta do is grab the Fibonacci tool on any platform, set it to show 0, 5, 95, and 100% levels, and then measure the high to low range of that 30-minute bar. If it closes or lands in the top or bottom, then that's your pulse bar. Can we automate a pulse bar? The answer is yes, we can, because this is a mechanical rule. We've had them coded into TradingView. This is a rules-based system, and our automation is easy, and our team have coded this into TradingView. We also use the software to filter by ATR, time of day, directional bias, swings. So you're seeing only the cleanest, highest probability setups, none of the other noise, okay? And here's a sneak peek glance at what it looks like. Visually marked, everything labeled, projected break zones, no guesswork, just execution, okay? Browser-based simplicity, no guessing, and you're probably thinking, cool, but what about performance? Well, since it's a mechanical-based program, we have run some back testing to get data. Now, you can see we have a smooth upward sloping equity curve, but it still has some lumps and bumps along the way. But when we added some additional automation, which I'll show you how to get access to this tool later, it makes everything 10 times easier, faster, and more consistent. And with some of these automation filters, we now have a much smoother equity curve, okay? And guys, let me just tell you, this is only one of 7 income strategies with rules that we use on a daily basis. And I get this all the time. Silas, if this system is so good, why not just trade it and keep it to yourself? Well, I've got 4 words for you. I do trade it. Very simple. Every single day, that is when I'm at my desk, which is most days. We trade the system live with our own money, with prop capital in real time. What you're looking at here isn't just theory. It's not recycled fluff. These are the exact strategies we use in our own accounts. This is a screenshot from Tasty Trade. Live real money account, not a demo, because Tasty Trade doesn't offer fake data or paper trading. So what you see here actually happened. You're going to see several positions, all using the same strategy I've just walked you through. And the edge applies across SPX, futures, even stocks, if you wish to adapt it to those markets. Now, when 0 GTE SPX options came along, it changed everything. The same rules on other markets, but gives us a much bigger edge and more frequent payouts, and students are crushing it, okay? This is working for hundreds of traders around the globe every single week. Not luck. This is the system executed consistently, okay? Following a process, following a plan, it's the shift that changes everything that you thought you knew about trading. So if we get back on track here, by now you've seen the edge, the proof, and the pulse bar setup in action. Step 1 is simple. We wait for that pulse bar to form in the first 2 hours of the day. You already know what it is, a 30-minute candle that closes in the top or bottom 5% of its range. Step 2 is where the money is made. We place what's called a profit package. That's our at-the-money credit spread. And you've seen the setup, so let me show you how to place one of these. The profit package consists of this. Think of a trade with 2 parts, kind of like a video game. Player 1 sells an in-the-money option. Player 2 sells or buys an out-of-the-money option. Same time, same direction. Specifically, you're selling one in the money, buying one out of the money. Simple credit spread structure. So here's what it looks like on a real option chain. Selecting 2 strikes, one slightly in the money, one slightly out of the money. That's where we get our credit from. You'll notice the strikes are just $5 apart. That's our defined risk. So ITM means in the money, it's already profitable. OTM means out of the money, not yet profitable. But by combining both, we build a position that gives us a net credit and capped risk. So all you got to do is use the strategy selector on any platform, choose vertical spread, and then pick your strikes, done in seconds. So this is an example of a bullish profit package. You collect a premium for placing that trade. Here's a bearish version, selling the lower strike, buying the higher strike. Same idea. The logic's the same. The execution is just mirrored. So you ask, well, what way or what direction do we trade? It's simple. If you see a green pulse bar, you're bullish. You place a bull put credit spread. If you see a red pulse bar, you're bearish. You place a bear call credit spread that's on the left side of the chain. And that's step 2 of the SPX income system. So you've seen how simple this is, whether you do it manually or you automate it with a strategy builder. This is the best part. You walk away. Once you place the profit package, you walk away. You don't stare at charts. You don't micromanage. You let the trade do what it was designed to do, and that's the edge. It's already baked in for you. time decay working in your favor. Set the trade, walk away, no babysitting, no micromanaging. You only lose at expiration. You only win or lose at expiration. And that's if the trade finishes in the money. That means you've got the whole day for the market to turn around, pull back, or just go flat and still come out with a profit. And that's how trading should feel. Stress-free, mechanical, confidence in every position. You follow the steps, manage the trade if needed, and you let the system do its thing. No panic, no overthinking, just results. So step 3, to recap, you walk away, let the trade do its thing. The system is doing all of the heavy lifting for you. And then number 4 is this: rinse and repeat. It's not about chasing perfection. It's about taking the same high quality trade setups day after day like a production line. So part 3 is this: how to build an account that grows while staying safe. This is the smartest way I know to balance risk and reward for maximum growth without taking dumb, unnecessary risk, or without needing a huge account or guessing through trades. So again, this is one of the most powerful short-term investment strategies out there. Fast, flexible, semi-automated, and lets you build wealth without years of waiting or watching charts all day. And again, this is not just working for me, guys. Our students are using the same strategy, same tools, same rules. The only difference is how consistently they show up and how quickly they take action. So I want to show you how this works with numbers, because this isn't about theory. It's about repeatable outcomes, and this is where it gets fun. What I'm going to show you is not a promise. It's a math lesson. Think of it as a demonstration of what's possible when you follow the rules consistently. So let's say you start with $5,000. We'll risk 5% per trade because we're only trading SPX using defined risk. For every 3 winners, we assume 1 losing trade and 1 no trade day. It's a realistic rhythm, even if you're only trading mornings. So week 1, you've got 3 winners, 1 loss, 1 no trade. $500 return and almost 10% ROI. Week 2, similar setup, $550 gain and 9.97% ROI. Week 3, another profitable result. Week 4, you're still consistent. And then over the full month, you're up over $2,300 with a 46% gain. Not bad. You started with $5,000, risked 5% per trade, won 3, lost 1, no trade. You made $2,300. But it doesn't end there. Once you've got consistent profits, you now start to compound. You know the famous line by Einstein, and this is where trading gets fun. So instead of starting month 2 with $5,000, you're now starting with $7,300, raising position size 5%, growing your balance, your risk per trade increases, but so does your profit potential. Now, I'm not going to bore you walking through every trade by trade, but let's see what happens here. Without doing anything different, your gains start to accelerate. Month 2 brings in $3,300. By month 6, your balance is over $49,000. By month 12, over $484,000 and more than $150,000 in monthly income if you're compounding aggressively. So now you started with $5,000, you risk 5% per trade, consistent 75% win rate, you build a $150,000 a month income in 12 months. But let's not get carried away. Let's be very clear. This is a math lesson. Yes, you can achieve this, but is it likely? Not without consistency, patience, and time. But what matters is this: even a fraction of that would likely change everything. You say, great, the math works, but does it actually work? Well, you've already seen screenshots. This is no demo mode, no faking fills. These are real trades placed in real time. Rules-based, back-tested, forward-tested, sideways tested, and live tested across thousands of trades over years of market cycles. Now, this is my go. SPX is my go-to, but you can adapt this to futures, ETFs, and even stocks as long as it meets the basic setup criteria. SPX is still the most elegant version. And remember, guys, this is just one of 7 strategies we have in our back pockets. I've shown you time and time again of real live, real world trades over and over and over again. And we have even more success stories, more wins. You'll notice a theme: small risk, steady wins, real money. They're using the same process that I've just shown you. It's not about cherry pick unicorns. These are everyday traders following a mechanical system, and they're stacking results trade by trade, week by week. And I want to help you get your own success. Now, before we go any further, let's recap. You've learned how to spot pulse bars, how to place profit packages, how to manage trades and stack wins, and how to grow your account safely with just 15 minutes a day. Now, the question is, what are you going to do about it? It's decision time. You've got the strategy, you've got the rules, you've seen how to make it work. Well, what do you do next? This isn't a theory session. It's not a wait and watch situation. It's about execution. If you take action, you've got a real shot at building something powerful. Think about this. Where will you be in 12 months if you keep doing what you've been doing? Will you have the same results you want? Will you have the consistent income machine working for you, or will you still be stuck guessing, over trading, and hoping? As I see it, you've got three choices. One, do nothing, close this down, walk away, stay where you are. Two, try to piece it together yourself, rewatch it, take notes. Maybe you get it working. Or three, you let me help you. Get it working in days instead of months. Start trading with clarity and confidence. Let me help you so you don't have to figure this out on your own. I've shown you one piece of the puzzle. There are 6 other money-making patterns that we use to complement what you've just seen. And if you want support while mastering this, then I would be delighted to help you. This is our complete rules-based trading system that lets you potentially generate daily income using pulse bars, using profit packages, and our mechanical entry and exit rules. The system works, but it works better with guidance and feedback. We pride ourselves on our student success rates, and if you're the right fit, I'd be proud to help you get there. It's not for everybody. I'd honestly rather you not join if it's not the right fit for you. If you want a structured, rules-based strategy, you don't want to watch charts all day, you want to trade part-time, you're ready to follow a process and stop guessing, then this is for you. It's not for you if you want overnight millions, you're addicted to meme stocks, you don't follow rules, and you can't commit to a simple process, okay? So are you still with me? Because if you are, I think this is exactly what you've been looking for. So I'm going to show you how you can get started today. All through what we call the SPX income system. It's my complete self-paced course that walks you through everything, basics to automation, to risk management, to mastering every single trade type, including the one we just covered. It's designed to take you from zero to confident execution. First thing you're going to get access to is our 5-day SPX income bootcamp on demand, our complete strategy archive and trading suite, 3 pre-built indicator and workspace templates for TradingView, so you can spot and trade our 3 core setups with ease, giving you the setup and entry criteria, suggested strike selection and key stats, directional bull and bear bias and trend flips, so there's no second guessing. So you can imagine the possibilities to have 7 total income strategies designed to work for you. And our motto is leave no trader behind. That's why we run a live members only Telegram room running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where our students ask questions and they get answered. Setups, entries, wins, losses, occasional bad jokes. We are a community and here to help each other. And not only are you going to get access to all of our strategies, quick start guides, and more, but an all access pass to all future live online boot camps. So here is the offer and how you get started with us today. 5-day SPX income bootcamp on demand, complete strategy archive, 3 indicated workspace templates, Telegram room, 7 additional strategies. Total value is over $6,400. We're not going to charge anything close to that today because we are on a mission to create as many successful SPX option traders as possible. We are that serious. We believe in helping our students. And bottom line is this: we want you to start trading with confidence and start getting real results. It's not going to cost you $6 grand, not going to cost you $4 grand, not going to cost you $2 grand. You get started today, you're serious about your trading, ready to take this next level, you can head over to spx.t2markets.com. This is a one-time payment, no renewals, no subscriptions, no additional fees, lifetime access, guys. You can pay through PayPal or go to spx.t2markets.com. We want you to be our next success story. The only wrong decision or wrong choice is doing nothing. If this resonated with you today, then trust that, because a year from now, you'll be looking back at the moment that this day changed everything or the one you let slip past. So you get started by going to spx.t2markets.com. No coincidence that you're here today. You made it this far because this spoke to you. And now it's your move. So head over to spx.t2markets.com. Get started today. Let's build this together. The tools are here. The support is here. The results speak to themselves. You need to take the first step. So head to spx.t2markets.com, and I cannot wait to see you on the inside. So I think my time is up. I want to turn it back over to Dave. Thank you so much for having me on. I enjoyed it, and good luck with the rest of your presentations.